left Malta this morning?
4 a.m. or 4:30. 4 a.m. we got up. 4:30 we picked up the anchor and headed out.
And got the sails up within 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Got a bit of wind and we're cruising along.
Yeah. The forecast for the day is meant to be quite light. We've got about 14 knots at the moment, and it was coming in from about 125. Now it's coming in from 350. So it's changed around completely as in the last couple of hours.
So we're heading to Sicily, ultimately to Syracuse. But whether we'll make Syracuse tonight, we'll decide later. Okay.
Yeah. It's about 15 hours. So into Syracuse, so what's that, 4, 9, 7 p.m, which would be fine to anchor in Syracuse. But yeah, if it doesn't look like we're going to get there before dark, then we will pull in at Portopalo.
Yep, which we've done before, nice and easy.
Yeah.
So, Malta, we've been in Malta 4 times now, because it was on our way to Tunisia where we spent 2 winters. We've gone on our way in and on our way out. And we've loved it. We've stayed about a month each time, but this might be it.
Yeah. It for a little while, I think. So.
Yeah, maybe it forever.
Yeah.
Because after this, we're heading more west so that we'll get ready to cross the Atlantic and then we'll keep going across the Pacific. So Malta's not on our way anymore.
No.
It's sad. I've loved Malta.
Yeah. But new things to see. And some old things to go along the French Riviera again, but this time we'll get to be able to stop and see a little bit more, which would be nice.
You know, I think we had about 3 weeks in Malta. It felt not quite like our summer had started. We're still in prep mode.
Yeah, it felt like just a pit stop in Malta, well, a 3-week pit stop in Malta, but important for us to get the things that we need to do.
Yeah.
Finish off the water maker, which I still haven't finished, but got 99% of the parts, and hopefully the other 1%'s waiting for me in Syracuse when I get there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Feels good for you.
Yes.
I don't feel sick. Bonus.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard. We are Jude and Richard. We bought a boat, got married, said goodbye to family and friends, and went sailing. We hope one day to sail the world, but right now we're exploring the spectacular Med as we build our sailing experience and develop Helios for crossing oceans. We'd love you to subscribe to our channel. It's free and it helps the channel grow. We're grateful to those who support us by joining the Sailing Helios crew. Crew get access to our episodes ad-free and enjoy lots of other exclusive content. To find out more, go to sailinghelios.com.
New Outboard looks good with this cute cover. Done this reflecto tape. I think it looks really sweet. So, it's fantastic under the torchlight. So the last Outboard cover we had a harness built into it, sewn onto it, velcroed and buckled attached, because we lifted up this. This time, because it's a 2-stroke, people say you need to open it up when you're out, when you fix something. So we thought we'll have the harness separate. Anyway, made the cover, put it on, buzzed around the day before we left. And then last night, right on dusk, just before leaving, we went to put it up here. I pulled the pulley down, Richard's in the gym, about to attach this. Feel the harness on it. I think I'm going to do it while we're underway today. Won't be much, I'll just do a bit of webbing, straps and buckle it on. So that's this afternoon's job.
Yeah, so we've got a Mercury 2-stroke, 9.9 horsepower, and it's just slightly lighter than our old engine. The head on it is smaller, and but yeah, it's got a lot more zip. So second part of the plan is to try and get a probably just a 1 kilowatt electric outboard that we can just shove on and putt around, and then this is be the one that we put on when we want to go a long way or go fast, which is sort of really gearing up for the Caribbean and the Pacific, where you need to be able to take your dinghy a lot further distance than what we do in the Mediterranean most of the time. Supposedly these are meant to be more reliable and easier to fix, so that's why we've really gone for it, and the sort of small size and weight. So we're trucking along okay, doing nearly 6 knots. 12, 13 knots of true wind and about 17 to 18 of apparent. Only problem is, at the moment, our course over ground's about 80 and we need to make a course over ground of 30, so we're 50 degrees off. I don't mind too much. The wind is expected to clock further around to the right, so take us further off course. But then we can tack back and we should point at our mark. I'm sort of, you know, the wind's not going to stay as it is. If it is, we'd be tacking back and forward against this. But I think I want to get a little bit more to the right-hand side of our course, because I think that's going to give us the more favourable winds later in our passage. So today the weather's a bit disturbed. There's a bit of lightning around. Yeah, maybe to a certain extent we just got to sail what's in front of us. You can see on the chart plotter the wind angles it plots for us. So red, we're on port tack at the moment, which is the red one, and you can see going off the left is the green one, which would be our starboard tack line. You can see on both of them we've got big tacks to get into Portopalo, which is our waypoint that I've set. Like I said before, if we get there in good time, we'll carry on to Syracuse. If not, we'll stop there for the night. If this sort of wind carries on and we have to tack like this, then it's about an extra 40% in distance that you have to go when you're tacking up wind rather than just a straight course. So we would need to stay in Portopalo for the night.
I'm on watch at the moment because Richard's having a snooze. With an early morning and a full day of sailing, he'll need a rest. So he's just down below sleeping, and I'm keeping an eye on things. Not much is happening, really. A couple of container ships, but they're way off. We're cool. It's lovely. Just perfect. Richard's been snoozing for about 25 minutes. Thinking if I might need to wake him up to tack, but I want him to sleep. We're not far off course. I don't know how long to leave him. I reckon half an hour's enough. I'll give him another 5 minutes and then I'll stir it. But knowing him, it's probably the only sleep he's going to get today. But if I don't, we're going to be sailing for longer. Maybe we should get that. Yeah, I'll wake him up. I thought I'd give him another 5 minutes. I just didn't like to wake him. But then the wind really picked up. The wind was up to about 18 and a half knots. So I thought, okay, now I better get him. Came up, so I'm glad I did. Hey, here he is. He's awake.
Yeah, well, yeah, when I got up, true was about 16. We got nearly 20 knots of true. And the wind is turned around. I think it was, when I went to sleep, it was 50. When I woke up, it was 63, and now we're up to 80. So, my cunning plan, which is, yeah, the forecast is sort of like what they were talking about, but nothing like it at all. It's a lot stronger. But I thought that the wind would rotate round to the right. So, I'll show you on the track. We got ourselves over to the right-hand side on the tack, and then we tacked back. Now it's rotating around to the right, it's lifted us up, so we're heading directly at Portopalo, which I think will be our destination for tonight. With this tacking into the breeze, we're just it'd be too late for us to get into Syracuse. So we've just put 1 reef in the main and 2 reefs in the headsail. Which has actually sped us up a bit because the boat was having to work quite hard. You know, we had a lot of starboard rudder trying to keep us on course, and you know, effectively you're just dragging that through water. So we're able to straighten up the helm actually allows us to go faster. flattens out the boat a little bit as well.
Yeah, it's still lovely.
Yeah,
I think lunch is going to be bread and dip. I don't think I'm making anything for lunch today. No.
yeah. I think you had some aspirations to do something exotic, but it's going to have to be pretty simple, I think.
Even cold is all.
Yeah.
But just cutting up anything is so hard when it rolls away from you.
I was expecting it to be calm by forecast,
Yeah.
but yeah, you can get anything here.
Yeah.
But it looks like we'll be able to sail all the way across, which should be good.
It's nice. It's fun.
It's good on a sailing boat. We just got a tanker cargo ship anchored in about 100 metres of water right in my path. So I don't really want to pinch to go around the top because yeah, if anything happens, we end up on the cargo ship. So just eased off a little bit and we'll go around the transom. We'll probably lose a bit of breeze as we go by them.
It's like we're behind a wall or the wind has just stopped. Wait for it to start again. They're waving to us. Got nothing. And now the wind comes back.
It's about 4 o'clock and we are closing in on Sicily. The wind's pretty much died, 5.7 knots, and got about 3 nautical miles to go until we get to Portopalo. Had a bit of a struggle getting not getting the main down, but getting it in our stack pack. One of the lazy jack lines came loose, and that's basically released all 3 of them, so it just fell out the side of the stack pack, so that was a bit of a battle. So I'll send Jude up the mast tomorrow and she can fix that for me.
We made it. We're in Italy again. It was a bumper ride. What? How many hours?
12 hours and 13 minutes.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot more wind than I was expecting. And it was a really interesting sail. It's sort of, I think my racing pedigree sort of helped me try and pick the best shifts and the best side of the course, let's say, to take advantage. That was good.
Yeah, he loves it.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, boat is now filthy, salt spray everywhere.
Yeah.
But we did it now. So now we're in Portopalo, which is down the southeast corner of Sicily, and tomorrow we'll head up to Syracuse, which is just at the kind of beginning of the Messina Strait.
Yep.
You know, only a few hours? How long?
Oh, 5 hours. I think we'll be motoring tomorrow. I think the wind's coming straight on the nose. So, yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
And a little mark so we know port from starboard. The weight of the outboard is supported by 2 straps, one on the aft side and one on the forward side. And they need something to go in between them just in case they slipped out altogether. So on the other side, it's a fixed sewn-on strap. And on this side, it's a buckle. It doesn't have to take very much weight. It's just to stop this possibly slipping out. We can only have one side fixed because otherwise you wouldn't be able to get it all the way under the shaft, and you certainly don't want to do that, feed it up like a pair of trousers pulling up on a toddler when it's in the water. So you just drop one side down and open up this, and feed it around the side, and then you can close this side. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is our first morning in Sicily, and it's a delightful morning.
We're just in Portopalo.
Yep.
Yeah, so bottom right-hand corner. So in nautical terms, we would call that the southeast. You know what I'm talking about.
And today we're sailing up to Syracuse. Well, I say sail, looks like motor.
Yeah, it's hard to know with the forecast. Forecast is a light northerly, but we could get some land effects, so we might get the sails up. So, yeah, I think before we set off though, yesterday we lost the lazy jack. No.
Yeah.
Yes, the lazy jack off the stack pack.
When you say lost, it means his knot came undone.
Yes. Yes.
And it went flying, which is up there, so one of us has to go up the mast, and it might be me if it's calm enough.
Because when we
a little bit scared.
Yeah, when we let the sail down yesterday, it all just fell straight on the deck. So, yeah, I think you're gonna go up.
Okay.
All right. So you got to go about halfway up.
Oh, I can go halfway up.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit scared.
And yeah, and then we'll head off up to Syracuse.
Oh, we'll do this before we leave.
Yes.
Not
Not while we're going.
No, I thought maybe when we get there, but I guess then we have to. Okay.
Then we're going to
have another sail problem
on
again.
the deck. So yeah, let's do it.
Okay, come watch me get scared.
I'll just finish some breakfast. I've got some energy to lift you up.
You're pulling up on the main. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Right.
Yep. I might hold on to the mast if I can get back there. Okay. Yep.
You all right?
Yep.
Can you reach it yet? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start to release.
Not yet. Okay.
Okay, opening the red, I want you to pull out a metre or so.
What?
I want you to pull the red
Okay.
spinnaker line down a metre or so.
Okay.
Okay, closing the red. Opening the main halyard, and I'll release you down.
Like a bouncy ride. Okay.
Okay, closing the main, opening the red,
Okay.
Red's closed, opening the main.
Stop. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna just open the red.
Okay.
Yep. So easy down.
Oh, stop. Okay. A little bit more. So what I did, strong to camera, honey. I tied the line up a little bit more, please, honey. I tied the line that I went up to rescue to my harness, but I didn't realise that the line wasn't quite long enough to go all the way down with it tied onto my harness. So it actually stopped me from coming all the way down. Got to come back up a little bit to undo it. I just didn't want to be holding it and risk dropping it, letting go. Okay, honey, have to go down. Stop. It's on.
Cool. Okay, can we go forward?
It's straight off to it. One of my jobs is keeping the lines tidy, and they just get tangled all the time. We need some kind of bag or box or something here to keep them. We haven't worked out a good design yet. Thought about it a lot. It's only been 2 summers. Maybe this summer I'll work something out. But we have to pull them down when we're sailing and just dump them down here on the seat or on the floor. And then, look at this. It's good for my shoulders. There, a bit better. Have a look. Now, onto the other side. Not so bad. But this new lovely bright clean white line is the 3rd reef. We used it yesterday. So it's a long one.
Honey, Jude, we're about to put the main up.
Yep.
So don't wind that up.
Ah, you're going to use it.
Well, that's going to need to pull all the way up.
So does that happen every time we put the main up?
No, because we've put the first reef,
Because we used it.
all the
Yep. Yep, got it.
all our reefing lines. Straighten out a bit.
So Richard just told me we're about to put the main up. And because we used this 3rd reef yesterday, it's already pulled in. So all this pull tidying up I've just done, we're about to undo. So I've stopped. So, time to get the main out, which is this black one. Nice and short at the moment, because the main's down. It's going to be huge in a minute.
So you need to undo the 3rd reef
3rd reef, to let that out. Yep.
and the 1st reef.
And you've undone the 2nd?
Yep.
So 1st reef is this yellow?
Yep.
Yep, got it. When we pull up the main, it's a long way for me to winch. So now we've worked out a way that Richard kind of pulls on it So he connects the halyard to the sail, and then he jumps, he like bounces on it to pull it down with my hands. And it's easy for me to pull by hand. Just let those reefing lines come through. And it's about as much as he can pull. Yep. So the rest is up to me to winch. Maybe 4 times. He gets it. What have we got? He gets it like 80% of the way up. He's still bouncing on it to help me a little bit. Let's see. Got about half a metre to go. Maybe more. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Richard won't mind a pause for a minute. Just frowned at me. What are you doing, woman? Okay, this bit I need to brace myself. He says I'm good. And now look at the mess we've got. Start again. This is our Starlink dish. We still haven't mounted it. It just sits here.
Just coming up to the point, so I think we'll turn off the port very soon. Might start sailing.
Would you like some toast with your coffee, Fanny?
Sounds wonderful.
Got lots of bread. We need to eat it today. So I bought one of these. I used to have a handle. We took the handle off for storage. Like fits in the cupboard better without handles. It's a crepe pan, super smooth, and it makes perfect toast. Honey, here's your coffee. Toast is coming.
Thank you.
The Maltese bread is beautiful. It's kind of a really firm sourdough. Richard, can I pass you toast? We call this black gold. I think Americans call black gold something else, but this is our black gold.
One good thing about visiting Malta is that it has a lot of British products, and for some reason it has Vegemite as well, and quite a lot. So we stocked up.
I had to get the lady to bring it under a little stool because it was on the top shelf. And I could only reach 1 or 2, and I couldn't reach the ones at the back. And she was very short. I'm like, yeah, good luck. But she brought a ladder. And I said, how many you got? She pulled out 3, 4. She said, I got 5. I go, yeah, I'll have it. And she rummaged in the back. She says, there's a 6. And I go, yeah, I'll have it. So I had an armful of Vegemites. That'll do this lake. I don't know, 4 months or something.
Yeah.
We don't have to go back to Australia. Sorry, kids.
Beautiful sail, honey.
Mm.
I'm so excited to be going to Otija. There's a market there on, well, I think the market in Otija is every day. We were there for a week and we went in a few times it was open.
Yeah.
So I actually don't know when it's open, but apparently there's a great bikini stall there that has bikinis, samples and seconds or something from all over Europe. But they're on Wednesday morning and today's Wednesday. And we're not going to make it. We're not going to be in till after lunch. So we have to stay a week, babe. We can stay a week.
You can do that.
Otija's beautiful.
Not far off Syracuse. Been motor sailing for a couple of hours. Winds died down to about only 3 or 4 knots. Probably only about half an hour off going through the heads and into the harbour. Looking forward to getting back. Should we drop the main?
Sure. Okay.
Yep. Oh, we're good?
All right.
I'm sailing to Syracuse. It just feels so special to sail into these places that have such history, that are so well known for so long. And we get to sail in just like the boats have done for 1,000, I don't know, 2,000 years.
Lots of little boats to keep an eye on around here.
So that's it, we're in Syracuse. And
Happy.
got the Cunning Plan over on our starboard side, who we met here for the first time last year. And
When we've got Serendipity just behind us, who we spent winter with as well.
yes, so and the Cunning Plan. And who else? Don't know. Just about feels like a backyard now. Anyway, we might leave you here, and thanks for watching. And next episode, we'll take you around Syracuse.
Yeah. See you.
Bye.